You're listening to Catholic Chicago. Ahead, the Archdiocese of Chicago brings you programs about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Thanks for letting us be part of your morning. Now again, Catholic Chicago.
Good morning, and welcome to Mission Matters Live, a program focused on promoting a spirit of mission among the people of God in the Archdiocese of Chicago. My name is Megan Mio, and I'm director of the Global Mission Office. Our engineers this morning are Brian and Mike. You are listening to WNDZ 750 AM, and this month we are broadcasting on the third Thursday of the month from 8:30 to 9 a.m. Today we have with us Father Alphonse Twizerimana, who is a priest of the Diocese of Ruhengeri, Rwanda, in East Africa. He is living here in Chicago at St. Josephat Parish in Lincoln Park, while he's studying for a PhD in educational leadership at DePaul University. He is the former director of a boarding school for middle and high school age students back home in Rwanda called Groupe Scolaire Saint-Jérôme Janja, and so he has extensive experience in education that has led him to this higher education pursuit. Good morning, Father Alphonse. Welcome. We can see you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning, Dr. Megan Mio. Thank you very much for your invitation.
Thank you. Great. Thanks for being here. I was blessed to have been introduced to Father Alphonse just a few weeks ago by Father Francis Bitterman, pastor of St. Josephat. He connected us in the hopes that our Global Mission Office might be a good contact for Father Alphonse while he's here in Chicago. And I hope we are, and we will be. So we're here today to talk about mission and education, and why it is particularly a blessing to have someone like Father Alphonse as a visiting international or missionary priest here in the Archdiocese of Chicago. So we're very glad to have him here, and we're glad that he joined us. So, Father Alphonse, I hope that you have had a welcoming experience here in the Archdiocese of Chicago. Obviously, I think it's a very good sign that Father Bitterman introduced us. I think that that's a sign that he wants to make sure that you have all the right connections while you're here, that you're finding people who can help you adjust, help you find support for your home diocese, your home school as well. How long have you been here in the Chicago area?
Thank you very much. I arrived in Chicago on 4th January this year, so I have been here almost 8 months. Oh my gosh. 8 months and some days.
You came right before we had all those storms and everything, right in the middle of winter?
Definitely. I came in the middle of winter, and I was well received by winter. Oh. So that was my very first experience to really live in a winter period. So it's really another story altogether.
It's coming again soon. I'm just telling you now, get ready. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
It's a new experience. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a new experience. Yeah.
And how are you settling in at St. Josephat Parish?
So far, so good, because as I told you that I came January 4th this year, and from the word go, I was really very much received by the community at St. Josephat Parish, by the pastor, Father Francis Bitterman, and I have been interacting with the people around, the parishioners, friends around, the priests around. I had a chance also to attend some few meetings with some priests in the second vicariate. So it has been really a wonderful moment to interact with the different people, priests, parishioners, and some other friends around.
And you're saying Mass at St. Josephat fairly regularly?
Yeah, sometimes I do help out the pastor, especially when he's busy doing this and that. So I would come in and help out pastorally. Even confession, the sacrament of confession, sacrament of reconciliation, celebrating Mass here and there, especially when he's not around, he'll become, Father, can you be of help here and there? So it has been really a pleasure for me also to mingle with people, to celebrate with people, to pray with people. So it's really a wonderful experience so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's was part of the reason why I was asking too. I mean, obviously it's your vocation to be a priest, but to be able to interact with people, to really get to know that community. Because it's one thing to say, well, I'm living there, but it's another to say you really get to have that FaceTime and tell people your story and hear people tell their stories. Certainly you're going to hear people's stories in confession. So it sounds like you really get to know the community well over this time, which is great. And now how about your PhD program? How's that going?
So far, so good. Right now I'm doing my third quarter. And as you mentioned it in your introduction, I'm doing my PhD in educational leadership. And my concentration is K-12, P-K-12. And I did my winter quarter, my spring quarter. So now I'm doing my autumn. We just started, in fact, yesterday evening. That's when I had the very first class in person. So it was another experience altogether. So far, so good. We are trying to adjust here and there because I did my education, my primary education and secondary education. I did that in the French system. And so I did my college education, my religious studies, my philosophy, and educational management in another language. So I have got two backgrounds, French and English. But so far I'm trying to settle down and get used to the American system of education.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, language is one big thing. And I'm not going to say that that's not something to take advantage of or to be aware of, the change. But it's a system. Like you said, it's a style of learning that I'm sure differs from different parts of the world, in the U.S. As well, being unique and perhaps different than the way things are in schools where you've attended. And I would imagine your courses up to now were virtual, right? And so now this is your first class in person. I'm sure it's a different experience again to be all together in the classroom.
Yes, true. Yes, true. It's true. Because back home, the other thing that when we started the Zoom classes in the winter, January, it was another experience altogether because back home in Africa and in Rwanda, in particular Rwanda, we still have this traditional kind of education where we have got the teacher in front and the students are here. So when we started this system of virtual learning through Zoom, it was another story altogether, technologically wise. So I had to learn this and that, how to use the technology to assess the material through technology. It is another experience altogether.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people here in the United States are, it's been difficult for students and for teachers to adjust to these virtual classrooms. In other parts of the world, it's not even an option necessarily to go virtual. I know our office communicated with folks in different parts of the world saying that they needed the technology. You need to have the tools in order to offer virtual. But, it's a good segue what you mentioned, your previous experience. Can you tell us about your background as a priest and as an educator, please?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I was born 1972 in Rwanda, northern part of Rwanda. Those who have read about Rwanda or have visited Rwanda or have talked to people from Rwanda, you see the northern part of Rwanda is close to Uganda and Democratic Republic of Congo. So there is this chain of volcano. That's where I was born. That's where I grew up. I attended my primary school and my high junior seminary in that part of the country, northern part of the country. Okay. And from there, 1994, when the war reached the climax of horrific situation where many lives were lost. That's the time I was in my last year of high junior seminary. So I ended my last year high junior seminary in a very difficult moment. So we had to flee the country. We had to go to Uganda. We had to go to Democratic Republic of Congo. Then I ended up settling in Zambia. In Zambia, that's where I did my philosophical college studies. Then that's where I did my theology. And that's why I was ordained. So I was ordained, in fact, in 2004. And in fact, on July 10th, that's when I celebrated my 17th year in my priesthood. So I was ordained in Zambia. I worked in Zambia. I was an assistant parish priest or assistant pastor. Then I was asked to be a pastor in Christ the King Parish in the Livingstone Diocese in Zambia. Then I was called back home to go and help my home country by my diocese, by my bishop, to go and help my country. And I was there, and I was asked to work in education sector, where I was appointed or given the assignment to be the school principal of a boarding school, Groupe Scolaire Saint Jerome Janja. Again, it is in the northern part of Rwanda. So my mission has been both as a priest, that's number one, but again as an educator, as a formator, as a school principal, as a teacher. So I have been involved in mainly, of course, as a priest, that's my first assignment. But again, I have been very fully involved in education.
Yeah, and it sounds like you've been a missionary priest from the get-go too, because you first served in Zambia, which wasn't necessarily your home country, your home community, and adjusted in your time in education as well as formation there, and then serving, and then going back home to Rwanda, and then coming to the U.S. So had you ever been to the U.S. before this current visit?
Yeah, before I had visited the U.S. before I came this January. So this January wasn't my first time. The only thing that I used to visit in July. I visited in July and in August, but I never visited during winter. That's why I had to experience for the first time this winter.
That was, I'm sure, a surprise.
To what I earlier said on becoming a missionary priest, I was a priest who ended up becoming a missionary priest. It's quite very interesting, my life journey, because in every society, in every part of Africa, I lived in. I was adjusting to the culture, adjusting to the society, adjusting to the environment. Yeah. It's because in Uganda I had to adjust, in Congo I had to adjust. In Zambia, I had to adjust, learning languages, learning the culture. So my whole life journey has been really coupled with the missionary kind of life, although I was not a priest, but coupled with the missionary life.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I can see it. Honestly, we talked about this when I first met Father Alphonse. I was like, your English is amazing. In terms of the people I've met from Rwanda, English is not always the most well-known. So anyway, that alone impressed me because you've had these missionary experiences. Well, it's time for our break now. So I have to hold our next thought. I'd like to ask you more about your school, Father Alphonse. But we'll be back in just a moment to talk more about mission and education.
We're headed to the fairways for a fun-filled round of golf supporting the work of Catholic Charities in Cook County. Join us on Monday, September 27th for Catholic Charities Monsignor Michael Boland Golf Invitational at Butterfield County Club in Oak Brook. Golfers of all skill levels are welcome as we hit the links and raise vital funds so Catholic Charities can continue to accompany clients on their journey to greater self-sufficiency. Skill contests, fabulous prizes, and good company await all who attend this signature event. For registration and sponsorship opportunities, call 312-948-6864. That's 312-948-6864. Or visit CatholicCharities.net.
Welcome back.
Es fabuloso verlos.
Dobrze jest znowu być razem.
It's good to be together again.
After so many months apart, pandemic capacity limits have been lifted, and we want to welcome everyone back to church. We can all pray together again. And listen as our choirs lift their voices in song.
We've been together in spirit.
And now, when you are ready, our doors are open wide.
Nuestras puertas están abiertas de par en par.
Nasze drzwi są otwarte.
And we're here to welcome you back to Catholic Mass.
Are you looking for quality, affordable childcare at this back-to-school time of year? Look no further than Catholic Charities Child Development Centers. We have 2 locations conveniently located in Berwyn and Summit, offering before and after-school care, as well as full-day childcare. Each center offers a safe, welcoming environment where children receive a nutritious breakfast, lunch, and snack while participating in a creative, age-appropriate curriculum that is challenging and fun. Preschoolers enjoy art, music, literature, and computer activities, while our school-age program includes homework help, art, sports, music, field trips, and more. Catholic Charities staff members are highly qualified, caring people who want the very best for every child. Our child care centers are especially popular with working parents. Enroll your child today. To learn more, visit catholiccharities.net/childdevelopment or call 312-636-5398. That's 312-636-5398.
Welcome back to Mission Matters Live. I am Megan Mio, Director of the Global Mission Office. And I have with me Father Alphonse Twizerimana, resident priest at St. Josephat Parish in Lincoln Park and doctoral student, PhD student at DePaul University studying educational leadership. Now, before the break, we were talking a little bit about your background, your experience as a priest, as a missionary, and as an educator. I'd like to talk a little bit more about your experience as an educator. Prior to coming here, you were principal director of Groupe Scolaire Saint-Jérôme Janja school in Rwanda, and you mentioned that you were coming of age just at the time that Rwanda was experiencing its horrific civil war. And something that in doing my research and talking with folks who have experience in Rwanda, I'd like to know how, as an educator and as a school, an institution, you would talk about that experience for young students who would have been born after the Civil War in the mid-90s.
Thank you very much. It's when we talked about mission, we are also talking about education.
Yeah. And
from my Latin background, education, there are two words, ex ducere. So it's to lead, to guide. Now, mission from meter is to be sent. So as a priest is sent to go and evangelize and preach the good news. But now preaching the good news as an educator, as a formator, as a teacher. It has been quite very interesting kind of experience as a priest in education. Because I remember when I was called to go back to Rwanda and tipped on to go and really work in education. My motto is that they may be one, because from what we experienced, my prayer was that all Rwandans become one. We become united, become one people, one nation, one people, united. That has been my prayer, and that's John 17, verse 21, that they may be one. Now, the one who is praying for oneness, for unity, is sent in a school setup, where we have got children from different backgrounds, social, economic background. Those from the family that have been hurt by the horrific events. And now I'm sent in the midst of that context. where you have really to be with the children and being with them 24/7, because it was a boarding school. We were together with them. We used to be together with them for 3 months. Then after 3 months, they break for 3 or 4 weeks. Then they come back. In fact, the parents would say, "No, Father, the children, they have become yours because they spend more time with you." So now we were called to work in that context, where we are praying for unity of all Rwandans. But again, we are also to deliver the instructions to form the growing generation to become academically sound. So it hasn't been easy, but we have tried our very best to really contribute to the reconstruction, to the rebuilding of Rwandan society, especially in imparting education, not any education, but trying to really give quality education, good education that is there to help the children to become fully human. And the congregation of the Catholic education states it clear that a Catholic school, it's where the integral formation is given. That's where the Christian values are carried out. That's it's like a microcosm or a small family where you can mirror the society, the present society, and the society to come. So it has been quite a very challenging experience, but also a wonderful experience, because we used to receive the children from 11 years up to 23 years, and it was also amazing and really very fulfilling, especially to see the young ones growing, becoming. You see them after 1 year. You see that this child came at this level when he was at this level, and now she or he is able to talk, is able to do this and that and that. That also gave me joy. So it's a very good experience, because sent in the community, but not any community, but the growing generation. So that the growing generation does not experience what the older generation would put in that way experienced. So that what the horrific situation that Rwanda went through does not happen again, never happen again. So that was our mission with the teachers. So we used to meet together every now and often and discuss what could be the best way to really deliver the instruction, and not only academically, but that integral human formation. So physical formation, academic formation, spiritual formation, moral formation, to give the good morals.
I mean, you're really talking about working toward reconciliation, like you said, one nation, one people, and you're also talking about helping children grow, guiding them, and helping them knowing that they're going to be the future leaders, and in the hopes that then they will bring people together themselves. There's only so much you can do working with them, but then they will be the people who will really truly bring about a reconciliation, a new Rwanda, a new whole nation that is one. So now we just have a few minutes left. The time really has flown by, but I would like us to just talk a little bit about your understanding of mission and education. You're here, you're a student in the PhD program, but you're also a teacher while you're here. I always understand our international priests as teachers to us, because you being here for the time you're here, you're sharing more deeply than our brief visitors that come in the summer and talk about, of course, it's important, mission and where they're from or where the communities they work with are. But you are here for a period of time, a few years, as I understand it. So you're going to really be able to share more deeply with everyone that you come across here. Your understanding of mission, your home communities, your understanding of education and what that relationship is. So can you just tell us a little bit more? How do you understand this time while you're here as a student and as a teacher as well?
As I said, I have navigated a lot in different cultures, different families. It's a good experience I'm having here, and I'm yet to experience. And I am very much hopeful that I'm going to experience more and good stuff, And I'm also ready to share my past experience in education, past experience as a priest, past experience in living with different communities, different societies, in the different cultures. So it's that's the mission, sharing the hopes, sharing the joys. That's Gaudium and Space. Sharing that joy, the good experiences, but also sharing the challenges,
Right.
the challenges.
Yeah.
What I experienced in Rwanda, what I experienced in those other countries I visited, and what I experienced, I also share with my fellow students, my colleagues that we are doing together the same course, you people who invite me like this, and to have this a special moment to be able to talk to people, to share with the people. But I'm also ready to learn more from the US, because it's not only sharing about material stuff, money, but we also need to share the good news, what we have as Rwandans. Rwanda is not all about the wars and the genocide, because it's a country that is rebuilding itself, that is reconstructing itself. So we also have a good part. I was sharing with people around that when we during Mass and back home in Rwanda, we do dance, we do beat drums. It's another experience altogether to share with people around here. Sure. So I'm open to share with the different people in the church, at school, in education, in the mission.
Yeah.
And but I'm also ready to learn more, and I'm yet to learn more so that I go and share the good things that I am experiencing here, because the church in the US has been successful, maybe the conducive environment that is there, but there are also challenges. There are also challenges, and I remember some time back I was telling people, no. So I would share with you this, so that what we went through does never happen here in the US, and that's the mission. That's my mission, and I'm open to share with everyone. I'm open to learn, but also to share with my past experience.
Thank you. I wish we had more time to talk more. Maybe we'll have you back sometime, because we're out of time. But thank you so much. You're absolutely right. I think education, learning about one another, is one of the first things in mission after prayer. So thank you so much for joining us, Father Alphonse. Thank you for sharing your experience and your knowledge. And hopefully we'll have you back again sometime. Thank you. All right. So don't forget to tune in next month, listeners, for our next Mission Matters Live. Thank you for listening, and remember, always be on mission.